Lost Love Rephrased version. These events took place almost a decade ago. I lived in a bustling city, but the summers there were scorching. I longed to explore the countryside. I wanted to wander through forests filled with lush green trees. I owned a small red car and carried a map with me. I drove through the entire night, heading deep into the rural areas. I felt joyful behind the wheel. That year brought us a wonderful summer. The countryside looked beautiful in the early dawn. The sun shone brightly and the sky stretched clear blue. I could hear birds singing among the branches. Then my car suddenly halted. What's the matter? I wondered. Oh no, I realized I had run out of fuel. Now I would need to walk. I would have to locate a nearby town and purchase some petrol. But where exactly was I? I checked the map. I was far from any town. I had become lost in the wilderness. Then I noticed the girl. She was walking along the road, holding flowers in her hand. She wore a flowing dress and her hair was long as well. It was long, dark, and it gleamed in the sunlight. She was incredibly beautiful. I wanted to talk to her, so I stepped out of the car. "Hello," I said. "I'm lost. Where is this place?" She appeared frightened. I spoke softly to calm her. "I have no more fuel," I explained. "Where can I get some?" Her blue eyes met mine and she smiled gently. She is such a lovely girl, I thought. "I'm not sure," she replied. "Come with me to the village. Maybe we can assist you." I followed her gladly and we walked quite a distance. There is no village marked on the map, I thought. Perhaps it is a tiny settlement. Soon enough, a village appeared. It was ancient and charming. The houses were black and white, quite small in size. Many animals wandered around. The girl paused at one house and smiled warmly at me. "Please come inside," she said. I entered. The house was spotlessly clean, yet it felt unusual too. There was a fireplace with food cooking above it. I suddenly felt hungry. That's odd, I thought. They prepare meals over an open wood fire. Maybe they lack modern conveniences. I met her father and mother and took an instant liking to them. They were kind-hearted people. But their clothing looked old-fashioned. "Sit down," the elderly man said. "You must be thirsty after your journey." He offered me a drink and I thanked him, but the drink itself seemed peculiar. It was a deep brown color and quite potent. I didn't fully understand, but I felt content there. I inquired about petrol. The old man looked puzzled. "Petrol?" he asked. "What is that?" "This is very strange," I thought. Then I asked, "Do you travel everywhere on foot?" The old man smiled. "Oh no, we use horses," he replied. Horses, I thought. Horses move so slowly. Why don't they own cars? But I kept that to myself. I felt peaceful in their company. I remained there the whole day and shared dinner with them that evening. Later, the girl and I stepped out into the garden. The girl's name was Mary. "This is pleasant," she said. "We enjoy having guests. We don't meet many people in this place." We talked cheerfully. She was truly stunning, but after some time she began speaking in a soft voice and her expression turned sorrowful. "Why are you sad?" I asked her. "I cannot explain," she answered. "You are only a visitor here. We must say farewell tonight. You need to leave now." I was confused. I loved her, I realized, and I wanted to support her. Why must I depart? But Mary repeated sadly, "You have to go. It is dangerous here." So I said, "I'll head to the nearest town and get some fuel, then I'll return." She stayed silent. "I love you, Mary," I declared, "and I will come back for you. Nothing will prevent me." She bid me goodbye at the doorway. Her face showed deep sadness, and I felt the same. I didn't want to leave. It was already midnight. The night was pitch black, but I kept walking. I was exhausted when I finally spotted the lights of a town. I bought some petrol and then I asked about the name of the village. The man at the service station gave me an odd glance. "What village?" he asked. I described the village to him. I mentioned the old houses and the people in unusual clothing. Once more, he gave me a strange look. He paused to think, then said, "There used to be a village there, but it no longer exists. There are tales about it, unusual tales." "What do people say?" I inquired. He hesitated at first, but then continued, "There was a terrible fire in the village. Everyone perished. No people or houses remain there now." "How did it happen?" I asked. "And why? Oliver Cromwell had them killed," he explained. "He was furious with the villagers because they supported the king during the war." I was speechless. This cannot be true, I thought. That war occurred 350 years ago. Then I recalled the unusual clothing, the long hair, the food cooked over the fire, and the ancient houses. And I also remembered the horses. "But I don't understand," I exclaimed. I saw the people in the village, I spoke with them. The man glanced at me sharply and then spoke. There is a fascinating story about that village. For one single day every 10 years, it comes back to life, but only for that day. Then it vanishes again for another 10 years. On that special day, you can discover the village, but you must depart before dawn, or you will never be able to leave. Could this be true? I wondered. Perhaps it was. Mary had said, "You have to go." She loved me, yet she insisted we say goodbye. She feared for my safety. Now I understand, I thought. I returned to the spot where the village had been, but it had disappeared. I searched again and again, but found nothing. I saw only flowers and trees. I heard only the songs of birds and the rustling wind. I felt heartbroken. I sat on the ground and wept. I will never forget that day. I remember Mary, and I will love her forever. Now I only have to wait 2 months. The village will return once more. On the correct day, I will go back. I will find her again, my love with the long black hair, and this time I will not leave before morning. I will stay with her.